I spoke to a dad yesterday, guys, and he's basically been stopped seeing his kids because he smokes roncake twak, I don't know, the devil's cabbage, whatever you want to call it. And there were some other issues around his contact. Okay. The issue is that the mother has a huge issue around him smoking this stuff, and this was used against him by two social welfare workers. Without knowing the full context of his case, because I'll admit we haven't investigated it thoroughly, but on the prima facie evidence that he was just smoking doobie, and that was it for his personal consumption. How severe, we don't know. So there was a lot of anomalies, but he got very upset with me, and I said to him, well, you have a choice. And guess what, guys? I'm not going to get into the debate around herbs, smoking, and stuff like that. That's not the issue here. You are allowed to use it for personal use, etc., etc. I'm in full agreement with that. And effectively, you must do you. Okay? However, if I was told that I couldn't see my children because of X, and in order for me to see my children, I need to give up doing X, guess what? It wouldn't be a discussion. He got very upset with me because I said to him, well, listen, do you have a choice? Do you want to see your children, or do you want to smoke doobie? And, oh, well, if you guys don't want to help, well, guess what, guys? That's not the point. You have got to maximize the amount of time as fathers that you have with your children to the absolute maximum. In order to be seen, I know it's wrong, please don't come and argue with me, but in order to see his children, if you've got to do X, do it. If they want you to come and do D-rug tests, then do them. You can sit and argue about your constitutional rights and your legal rights and all your rights and, oh, I'm going to bang my chest and beat a drum. Guys, it's very simple. Take the test. We can argue the validity of whether you should or should not have been taking the tests or not. Okay. So please keep in mind, what is your objective? If your objective is to continue drinking and getting slammed to the wall, or going out and doing doobie and what, or seeing your kids, I know what my decision is. I don't have to think about it. Okay, if I was doing those things and it was a difference between me seeing and not seeing my kids, it's very simple. It's a very simple decision. I stopped doing those things. Okay? I can go and argue about the constitutionality and all of those kind of good things. If I've got $1 trillion in my bank account, okay? But if I don't have that kind of money, you know what? You do what you need to do. Having kids requires sacrifice. So please, if you are required to do something, if something is impeding your contact with your children, and you can do something about that impediment, then do it, guys. You can come and, I'm going to go and I'm going to sue and I'm going to go to the Constitutional Court. Well, if you've got $1 trillion in your bank account, do it. All you're doing is you're wasting precious time with your children. And I can tell you now, I've got a 22-year-old daughter now. She was 1 day old yesterday. It happens like that. They go from 0 to adults overnight. Okay? So, all I can say to you is you need to think seriously about your life decisions. And you have a choice. See your child, not see your child. If this is an issue, I'm not talking about the real abuse of your constitutional rights, where mommy has just hopped in the car and buggered off to Put zonder water without your knowledge, consent, understanding, or whatever the case may be, and you're trying to get your rights of contact back. That's an entirely different discussion. But if during that discussion it comes out, I don't know, but you drink a beer once every 6 years, and that's stopping you from seeing your child, well, guess what, guys? It's a very simple decision. I stopped drinking that one beer every 6 years. If me smoking a little bit of mountain cabbage is going to every day is going to impede my contact with my child, it's a very simple decision. I stop smoking mountain cabbage. I have a decision to make. So please be conscious about the things that you agree to, and I'm not saying that you have to agree to everything. Okay, because it goes from the asinine to the complete ridiculous, and you and I know what we're talking about. But if there's something that I can do, and it's one or two things, it is going to require a little bit of sacrifice from me. And if I get those one or two things, if I roll those stones out of the way, okay, I understand that I can now go back to the courts and say, well, do tests, you know. If you guys are looking for assistance, there's the email info@f4j.co.za, www.f4j.co.za. Please remember the 4. Anything without a 4 in it is not the proper Fathers for Justice. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. Take care.